at this point you moved out of Chandigarh.
So yes, I separated now from him, so I will call him my ex. So my ex was in US. He was in this. He was working for a mining company in the US, so a very small mining town. And he did warn me that it's a very small place. It's going to be difficult for me to find work there, and it's not something that people imagine US to be. So. Even with that knowledge, I didn't expect, because I like my dad was in the Air Force, and he did his staff college in the US. So I had seen US before. I had traveled to that part, so I had an idea how US is. And of course we'd seen movies and we've seen other stuff, so that image was there. Going to that place, this small mining town where everybody was working for the mine, there were not many restaurants, there were not many shops as well. It was a cultural shock for me, and I didn't expect that. So
sounds like it. And work opportunities as well, you wouldn't have had much to do.
No, so there wasn't much to do. But then that is when I realized that I have all this time on hand. And why not start my blog? So why not make this, why not turn this into an opportunity where I can practice the recipes that I would like to practice, like to perfect and work on. So that's when I started working on my blog.
And which blog is it? Is it the same one you're running today?
Yes, novicehousewife.com. It was on WordPress earlier, then I finally, so it was called the novicehousewife.com because I thought I was a very novice at everything, and I didn't think too much ahead that maybe tomorrow I won't be a housewife, or I'll start working.
Or a novice.
So nothing. So it's just that it sounds nice. It it kind of explains my current situation. So I went ahead with that name.
So how did the recipes go along when you started your blog? Were you coming up with your own recipes, or were you making things that you had heard about? How did that come about?
So I would call my mom every day or my dadi every day that this is the recipe I want to make. So just before getting married, she had sent me my grandmother as well as my mom. They wrote in a recipe notebook their recipes, but before marriage I'd never cooked, except for when we were planning a bakery. That time I used to bake, but cooking, daily cooking, I had no idea. So there were a lot of questions that I would ask my mom, my dadi, and so a lot of the initial recipes were theirs, but in terms of baking, I invested in a lot of cookbooks. So I had baking books, so I would try those recipes, try to see if I can put my own twist to it. Initially, it was mostly recipes from cookbooks or other people's blogs, because it was something completely new. As the blog grew and I started making more recipes, trying more things in the kitchen, started putting my spin onto different recipes, things that I missed. So being in that small town, one good thing was, because there were no restaurants, there was nothing, no place to go to eat, there were very limited options in terms of food. If I felt like eating something, I had to make it. So that my ex wasn't that fond of food. He was happy with his dal, roti, sabzi. Given my background and given how my mom would make different cuisines and stuff at home, I did have that. I did have those needs and requests. So if I wanted to eat something specific, I had to make it, and then I had to learn how to make it, and that's how the blog started. The recipes on the blog started.
And so I guess necessity is the mother of invention. I guess you came up with your own recipes that way.
True. Yes.
So when you started documenting your recipes on the blog, I guess that's where you started to photograph the food that you made as well.
Yes. So initially, my photography was horrible. If I cooked at night, I would shoot at night as well. I would shoot at night with the bad lighting. No, there was no thought on how the food was composed, how the lighting was, nothing. It was just that it's made. I had a Sony Cyber Shot that time. So with the Sony Cyber Shot, I would take a picture, not edit also, nothing, and just post it on the blog. Soon I realized that it's very important, especially in an online platform where you eat with your eyes first, that imagery is very important. And I slowly started working on that and realized I really enjoyed the whole aspect of styling and shooting.
I like that, the eat with your eyes. That it makes so much of sense. So as your blog started to grow, you must have started to get some attention, because I assume that that's how your blog really grew.
Yeah, so initially, like, this was just a hobby. I never thought the blog was anything more than that. Then when my photography improved, certain magazines, publications got in touch with me for the photographs, and I realized there's a market here, there's an opportunity here
Right.
for a profession.